What's going on, you guys? Kenny here, also known as SolidFan85. Welcome to another vlog. I've been thinking about some stuff today, and there's been a truth throughout my life that's been true for a lot of people. I am afraid to fail. As you get older, this gets easier to deal with, but when you deal with disorders, no matter what kind of disorder it might be mentally, things tend to be amplified. And needless to say, my fear of failure, as compared to like a normal range of feeling defeated, feeling that things can't get better, is amplified. This is not easy. This is one of the major downsides of dealing with a mental disorder. But it comes down to the core of afraid to fail, fear of failure, basically. Unfortunately, this is reinforced by certain child abuse I went through, verbally, being called certain keywords, which I won't repeat because it may be a trigger for some people. But I've been there. I have dealt with people that will put you down verbally just to feel better themselves. This is an unfortunate part of humanity. Personally, I do my damnedest not to practice it, but I have caught myself a couple of times saying something either to a friend or to a family member, just off the cuff, not thinking about what I said. I apologize thereafter, but there are some people that won't apologize. They feed off of it. They have a hole in their life that they have to feed off of it. Much like liars with lies, much like cheaters cheat, so on and so forth. It's a part of who we are, but for some people it's a more abundant practice, and they feel nothing for it. But I digress. Basically, fear of failure is normal. People deal with it better than some other people. And it's not easy to cope with when you are so up on winning. You want to win so bad. You want to defeat your enemies. You want to take your opponent's head on and throw their face in the dirt. Kick dirt in their eye. That kind of gets amplified with gaming as well. You see that a lot in online gaming. There's a lot of toxicity when it comes to that. And I face that in Overwatch. I face that in PvP in World of Warcraft. I face that versus AI in RPGs. Single player games are one thing. Being defeated by an AI, you can eventually defeat it. Playing versus actual people, when they're toxic and they're human like you are, that hurts. It almost causes you to want to rage quit. And real life's the same way. You want to rage quit because you don't think you're going to ever get past it. You don't think you're ever going to win. You don't think you're ever going to have your moment. But the truth is, with life, there is loss and there is gain. You can't have all gain and you can't have all loss. There's got to be something. To have a life full of loss is a tragedy. But statistically, there's always some gain. And when you have a life full of loss, when you have a life full of failure, your winnings are all the more rich compared to those that win all the time. This may sound like bullshit. It's probably something that you might hear every so often, but I happen to believe that it's true. It's unfortunately very hard to practice that mentality, but if you can do that, if you can keep a mantra like that in your heart, in your soul, in your head, it does help with the dark times. And as you guys know, I've been down dark times myself. But it's up to us as individuals to keep on going and to keep struggling, even if we're struggling. But to keep fighting and not give up because of fear of failure. I face this in my day-to-day life from time to time. I've mentioned this in other vlogs, that, with finances and bills and working and trying to be a proper adult, keep things up. Everyday life tends to be hard for me. I have more days than I'd like to count that getting out of bed is a struggle. Thankfully, with my meds and with support from family and friends, especially you guys here in the community, I make it through it. Some people aren't as lucky as I am. Some people don't have a whole lot of people by their side to congratulate them, to thank them, to hug them, to reassure them. There are some people that take this for granted, that will try to sap everything out of you, everything they can. And they either do it willingly or they do it out of reflex because they need to feed off of that. If you face that, if you feel that you are one of those people, you don't mean to do it, but you still do it, just remember to take what you need or take what is given, and don't try to take too much else. So I'm getting alerts here. Sorry for the interruption. I was getting kind of deep there, but there it is. But anyway, that's the overall point, you know, is keep going. Don't let fear of failure stop you. There's gonna be people that want to stop you. There's gonna be people that want to kick you in the nuts and watch you cry, because they're horrible people. That's a part of humanity. But it's up to you if you're gonna let them enjoy it. Fight back. Get up, kick them back in the nuts. That's the way I see it. But, you know, I'm not really one to ever turn a cheek. I used to be. Not much anymore. I pretty much learned a lesson when I got beat down enough to where I wanted to take my own life. It was a hard lesson learned. But never go too far either. Never turn into what turned you into where you were. Never become a monster. But definitely become a fighter. So anyway, thanks for watching. It was just a thought. What's on my mind today. I'm going to share it with you guys. Hope you guys are well. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. See you.